Hey, this is Louis D. Fresh bringing it to you on a Thursday evening. I hope you're doing well. My apologies for the last couple of weeks of not posting in my YouTube channel. One was what was it? One, I forgot. The week had gotten away from me, and I can't remember what it was. But I remember in last week there was the hurricane. And thankfully we didn't get hit with it, but the preparations and school closings, and I wanted to focus on what I needed to focus on. And therefore, I had done video in the last 2 weeks. So I'm going to do a little back-to-back in terms of college. This week we're going to be talking about high school freshmen, because I know I've spoken about high school seniors, high school juniors, high school sophomores, and now high school freshmen. Class of 2028. No matter, depending on where you're watching, when you're watching this, incorporate it. Again, things change over the years, and it may not necessarily be exactly as it should be. Say 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 years from now. But the general gist is there, and you always want to stay ahead of the game. I know my assistant Lourdes, who I've spoken about in the past, her son had in his school they had a freshman 101 this week, actually preparing for college as high school freshmen. And that just goes to show what I'm trying to tell you. You always need to be prepared. You always need to look forward. You always need to see what's going on and not wait till the last minute. So that's why I'm going to talk about what we're going to do as a freshman 2028. And also I'm going to talk about next time about the FAFSA. The FAFSA is a free application for financial aid federally in the United States of America. It's still not available. It should be available hopefully by December 1st, but it's still not available. I know they're in a beta testing right now where there's a handful of people who've been selected to kind of try out the new FAFSA. It's nothing really new, but I think they're just being extra cautious because there are millions of kids that apply for this financial aid. So that's a long-winded version of let's get started. Here we go. I am a freshman. Now what? Class of 2028. Sort of there you go. You're getting going. What should I do? See my little thing there, because that's the end goal, is to graduate. And what are you doing? How are you meeting people? How are you encountering people? What do you need to do to be successful in your high school career? This is quite important. Choosing extracurriculars. I know in my high school many years ago, they didn't call it extracurriculars. They called it co-curriculars because they required you to be in a sport, required you to be in a club. I challenge you for the same thing. Make sure that you join a club and join a sport, because you can play a sport interscholastic. In other words, your school plays other schools, or intramural. Play within within your own classmates. If they don't have intramurals, you introduce it. Bring it up to your counselor, bring it up to the dean of students, and say, hey, I want something where I can participate with my friends in a friendly game of whatever. So I have a whole bunch of things here: volleyball, basketball, soccer, what have you. Next one, same type of thing. Join a school club or start your own. That is kind of important about starting your own, because they call it you become a grandfather or the founding father of that particular club. That's really important. Colleges absolutely love to see that. Definitely join a club, be part of a club, be part of an association, and stick with it. This is important. I didn't include it here. You may want to write this down. When you join your club, try to stay with it all 4 years. They love to see continuity. They love to see you having a leadership role in the club, especially the ones that you may start. That's really important. Write that down, to be not only a founding member of the club, but to also be an officer. That's why you want to pick a club that or clubs that you're going to stick with. Do some community service. Make the world a little bit better place. Your local church, your local temple, your local mosque, whatever it may be. Get involved with the community. See, especially now, like with storms here in Florida, get involved. See how you can help. See what you can do. Get a fundraiser going. Anything at all. It shows initiative. It shows that you care. It shows that you're not just there to take classes. And perhaps get a part-time job, such as my little picture here of a part-time clerk at a local supermarket. I know I worked in my local church when I was a freshman in high school. way back in 1985. I answered telephones, and eventually that same year I started vacuuming the church and vacuuming your residence where the Catholic priests live. Get involved, get a job, make a little extra money, put some money in your pocket, and you see what the value of good hard work. Next, this is again from my volunteer school. Meet with your counselor. He or she can tell you the credits you need to graduate. Usually what's important there, you can write this down. Every class usually is 1 credit, like English 9, what have you, world history, American history. But there are classes that are half a credit, such as economics and U.S. government in your senior year. These are half credits. Sometimes you need a half credit of fine arts. So this is important that you should ask and sort of have like a little check-off list on the things that you definitely need to take. Your 4 Englishes, your 4 maths. Usually it's 3 sciences. Sometimes it's 2. You usually need to take 3 languages, 3 years of 1 language. See what's available, see what you need. And I also have a video on this in my archives about the credits you need to graduate. That's very important to get on it so you're not making up credits as a senior. Advice on what classes to take. It's important. You just don't want to take any old class. Usually say, hey, I'm interested in this, interested in that, but definitely take your core classes. Write that down. Your core classes, such as the English, the math, the science, things that you need to graduate no matter what it is that you do in your high school career, your core classes. And help with your college applications. I know, like I said, it's early, you're 14, 15 years old. What are you talking about? College applications. This way your college counselor can get to know you. And if the if the counselor leaves, they will also usually have notes on what you've said and what you've done, just a little, phrase here and there, and it'll help your future counselor if they're not there to help you along with the college applications. It's never too soon to get rolling. Continuing with that class theme, consider taking advanced classes, only if you can handle them. Here's the caveat. I remember in one of my schools that I worked in years ago, they said only take the advanced class if you know you're going to do well in them. You don't want to unnecessarily challenge yourself if you know, which is, I say respectfully, that you can't handle it. And nothing wrong with that at all. What I mean is like classes like advanced placement, that's sponsored by the College Board, the same people that do the SAT honors classes, if you can. IB, interbaccalaureate classes. These are also, I do have a video on this way back in my archives, probably about 3 years ago at this point. Dual enrollment classes. Dual enrollment classes are tricky. Why it's tricky is it because they usually, if you had take a class, say English 9, and dual enrollment, you will get credit in that particular college. That's why it's called dual enrollment. You're getting credit, not only high school, but you're getting credit for college. But it's tricky because if you're not, because every college may not necessarily take that dual enrollment credit. So you need to be careful. So that's why I put it kind of down here, because you can earn college credit, as you see here by my Canvas slide. You can earn college credit in high school, but the way to go definitely is AP classes, advanced placement, or IB, interbaccalaureate classes, because those are almost a slam dunk in terms of getting college credit. But again, only if you can handle it, and it's okay if you can't. But I'm just throwing it out there as an option. And last but not least, I'm pretty sure, let me just press the button here. Yes, this is my last Canvas slide. Consider what you will do after high school, because that's what really, like grammar school that you just, elementary, middle school, which you just graduated from, and now high school, and please God, college or some type of profession. Everything is leading towards something. And high school is no different. It leads towards, hopefully, some of you will go to college, and you'll perhaps either go to community college, your state public school, a private school. Some will decide to do some coding boot camps. I kind of looked at this. This is, again, getting some type of certificate saying, hey, I am qualified to do X, Y, and Z on the computer. It's definitely a way to go if you're definitely techie. I am not. So I think definitely coding boot camps is definitely a way to go. Trade schools, if you notice in the summers, the last summer of 2024 and summer of 2023, I spoke about trade schools for you to work on in terms of air conditioning, in terms of electricity. These are all valuable, as you see over here. I even spoke about motorcycle mechanic, things of that nature. Hey, there's very lucrative careers and is really something that is very much needed. And consider, I know in my volunteer school, a gentleman named Steven, he headed off to Phoenix, Arizona to become an apprentice. And like I said, well, why did you want to? He said, I'm a blue collar guy. And I remember that was the words he used as he was leaving the school. Is that I'm a blue collar guy. I want to get in there, learn to be an apprentice, become an apprentice to learn a trade and to hopefully become his own boss as an electrician. So these are things to consider after high school, now as a freshman, and especially for you, class of 2028. And as you can finish the video for me. That's all I got. It's important, again, to kind of get your feet wet, start to think about what you're going to do with yourself. Think about, again, in summary, the classes that you're going to take, what you're hopefully doing after high school, things of join a club, join a sport, get involved in the community, your local church. It's important to not just kind of wait and hang around, because in this day and age of intense scrutiny with colleges, it's just not enough to get good grades. So, and again, even consider getting a part-time job. So that's what I got. Make your freshman year valuable. It's not something to flush down the toilet. It's something to use and to really build that firm foundation for your high school career. This is Louis D. Fresh.